Hey, what's up? It is Wednesday. I tried to get all this up with OBS, and that wasted about a half hour of my life. So let's go through the markets. Looks like we're risk on this morning, and the pre-market seems to be flipping the risk off here. US-Iran de-escalation is turning the tape dovish. Crude cratered the second session on a potential Hormuz reopening talks. And we're seeing some thin volume across the board here. Gold is flipping, or not flipping, but continuing, that's for sure. Let's go through what we did this morning on X. Crude craters. So the inflation, Fed hike risk fades, and then everything is now bid. AI, capex, melt stock are up. XLK 5%, SMH is up on thin volume, gold's ripping, and it seems like XLE is still decoupled for the sixth time there. Let's look at some of the pre-market volume. We're seeing high volume on XLK, XLB, and we're seeing thin volume on SMH, so maybe just some temporary selling to put some money possibly into gold. Gold's ripping. And let's look at XLE. So our line in the sand is 57.04. We have a little high volume pullback there, so not too bad. And then ITA, we got in on that. High pre-market is high up there, so we're at a 3. This has hit that volume or that line 3 times now. So we'll see where that goes in the morning in a few minutes now. Oops. Miners are up considerably. So that's pretty interesting. Okay. We're watching CAT this morning. Looking for the price pushed back down to the 200-day. So we're looking for a chart reset from this multi-month, or it's just 1 month markdown. We're watching that this morning and seeing what happens. If anybody tried to get in on yesterday's pop, they got pretty much slammed down. So hopefully nobody did that. And let's see. I'm looking at a couple currency pairs. The JPY, we have a short on that, and it seems to be downside continues there. We're seeing low volume as it tries to push up, so I'm going to continue shorting that. And the BOJ is getting hawkish while US officials are signaling the end of the yen weakness. So the yen carry trade is definitely unwinding there. New Zealand dollar looks to be kind of trying to get a push there, but it's hitting a brick wall, it seems like. Latest job report showing an unexpected spike in employment. So Kiwi's kind of rolling hard here, and we're looking for a pullback to keep gaining downside momentum. That's the fundamental picture. It seems to be getting a little worse there. I think that's about it. Overnight, we just kind of watched some positions. I am looking at, let's see. Looking at plus, it broke that line there, and it did it on high volume. It happened to be earnings last night. So the line in the sand there was 95.45. Let's see. $95.45. So it closed on high volume. So we're going to enter a starter position on that. I'm going to make a note on this. And then, let's see, we had some others show up. We still have an open position, or buy order, on DAKT. We're looking at LEGH. And TWIN is kind of borderline on this. So we're just kind of watching that. Let's go through our positions real quick. We had BAC fill yesterday on just a high tight pullback. We have a pretty short target on this. Looks like it got out of our range, filled, and then pushed back down on relatively higher volume. Stop loss remains. Eco, high volume pullback. It's not looking good, but then pre-market's up. So what in the world's that about? I do not know. That's crazy. Do I have a price target on this? 77. Okay, so this is going to be a long one. Yeah. That's crazy. Okay. So high volume pullback. Stop loss remains. EUFN. Pre-market's down slightly. That was a high volume, but it seems like it was just a tiny indecisive, so it's a non-harmonic. And it's just testing our entry close there. Stop loss remains. IQLT. This is looking great. Pre-market up. Testing yesterday's close. It's looking great. Was that high volume? Relatively higher volume. Less than the breakout. Okay. EPOL. So we've already hit our target, our initial target on this. We have 3 different targets. I'm going to update Signal Deck to show additional targets on here, so I'll be working on that today. But yeah, we got in on this. This was just a consolidation play. We saw the confirmation. This is up higher. So what I'm starting to do is play around with better confirmations. I'm getting great signals in the way that I like to trade, but I'm not actually doing confirmations fully. So we're gonna, in the next couple months, for the next foreseeable future, you're gonna see some good setups and actually wait for the confirmation. My process is buying on strength. I need to have better confirmations. I did a deep dive using Signal Deck last week, going through the numbers. It's the only platform that allows you to go through your trades, go through the numbers, and see where your edge is, where the edge fails. And I have an edge, it's just I'm getting in too soon. The confirmations are not lining up. This is the only platform that allows you to do that. So I'm using it. It's benefiting me. So we're going to start seeing better entries, better positions. That's the goal here. So looking at EPOL, this is a testament to that. We're up 5% right now, and we have multiple targets. We're already past 1, so we'll just trail this. and we'll see where it goes. I need to figure out what a good trailing system is. So we're going to be working on that. All right, man, it's a high tight pullback. I'm probably going to stop with these. I'm seeing low volume. I'm going to move this up just a touch, just to reduce some risk here. Okay. I mean, I might just start doing consolidation plays only. It's going to be difficult to try to not, but high volume, indecisive candle, pre-market testing right at the July 1st level, which is where our logic was placed. We're going to keep the stop there. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to move this up. Okay. Is that fair to say? Yeah, I mean, that is, that's not really the breakout, it's the bottom. I'm going to say before July 28th, 30th. Bullish candle. July 30th, pullback, low, down. Okay, IDT, consolidator. This is the older style where I really didn't wait for confirmation. Oops. Don't see anything pre-market, so we're just continuing kind of a consolidation possibly. Less volume than the previous day, and that was a hammer. So I'm gonna move this up even more, just closer to the fill. Okay. XLF, that's that, and then box scanner. It's just curious to see where this thing's at. So rising up, looking good. Okay, let's look at the runs. Let's see what we're looking at this morning. Leadership. Okay. Make performance, bull flag breakout. These are always interesting. Looks good. GPN looks good. RNG. That's crazy. This could be a continuation play. Where's the... Yeah, hitting that line. That's interesting. So where are we at on this? 67, 87. So So yeah, if it clears that, it could hit near that. So we might look at that a little bit. I was just talking about not doing anything outside of consolidations, but man, that's a good setup. And then Anderson Group. That's an interesting one too. All right, we'll look at that later. High type flag. So we're seeing sub-reversal. QQQ is getting a signal. Okay, it's not too bad. Got a couple of plays there. Let's go through the charts and see what we're looking at here real quick. Novo's getting slammed on earnings. Good thing we had to stop on that. Things are shifting out of cyclicals. Definitely missed the move on Google. CVS continues to roll over. Seeing a huge bid on gold. CERT. Got stopped out on CERT. We're in Bank of America. We've been watching Geo. This is definitely consolidation there and getting to the spring. We'll see what earnings happens. Reddit got slammed on earnings. Path. We've been watching Path, yeah. Path looks like it had a high volume on that. So we're going to be watching Path as well. What is this daily close along 13? Yeah, that's very good. Okay. 202. So SCCO is looking possible. Titan's looking a little sus. And then our eco position is going insane. Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to start buttoning up the consolidation stuff. We have a ton of consolidation signals showing up this morning. I'm going to kind of get those sorted out before the open. We'll catch you later.